Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for more of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Sorry for the abrupt end of the last episode, but you know, I had to end it quickly because I kept getting hassled and I just thought, screw it. But in this episode, we've got lots to do, and the reason why I'm starting not where we ended up in the last episode, which was meeting the Princess of Destiny, Zelda, of course. In this episode, the reason why I'm starting at the beginning of this episode is, well, from where you normally start when you load a file in this game, because it's pedantic like that, and limited encoding space, you know. It used to be on the disk drive, but it was transferred to a 256 megabit cartridge. God, I'm old. And yet I'm only 17. But anyway, the reason why we're starting here is because finally Navi wants to talk to me. For once, she actually left me alone. I was actually keeping the game on for about 5 minutes, and she didn't want to hassle me, oddly enough. Of course, when I want her to hassle me, she doesn't. What would Saria say if we told her we were going to save Hyrule? That's why I started the file, well, started the recording where we normally start your file when you reload. I can't word that any better, so just deal with it. So, to start off with, actually, I want to go this way, because we're going to go get an upgrade, and it's a very handy upgrade at this stage in the game, especially when you do want to do more damage. Now, you may have noticed that the music is playing a little different. We'll get into why that is later, because, well, if I explain it now, it's just going to waste more time later, because it's going to be unskippable. I think you know what's coming. Oh, hoot hoot. I'm such a jokester. But anyway, why don't I fight this dude? Come on. Sorted. No one can beat my Deku Shield of epic proportions. I surrender. To make your quest easier, I can enable you to carry up more Deku sticks, but it will cost you 40 rupees. Let's make a deal. I've got money. Here you go. You can now carry up to more Deku sticks. Now we can carry up to 20, which is awesome, and that's one of the first of many upgrades. And actually, I want to go back up there because I need a heart. I don't know how much health I saved in the last episode, because it's been a little bit of a while. I had them slightly pre-recorded, but every time you reload your file, like in typical Zelda games, if you save with less than 3 hearts, you will start with 3 hearts. Unless it's the original Zelda or A Link to the Past, where you will start with a set of either 3 or 7. 7 for A Link to the Past, but they're different games, so I don't really know to talk about that. That Skull Kid we can't really do anything with at the moment, so onward ho. If we go the right way, the music will get louder, so obviously this is the right way to go. But before we progress any further, I want to go over here and get out our slingshot, and I want to hit this right in the middle. 3 times. Very simple as. I'm surprised I actually got that on the first try, actually, considering Dazzle input lag. And look, you can still see the seed, it's just like a shiny dot, and it's still there before it disappeared. Cool, you're great. You scored 3 perfect bullseyes. I have to give you a neat present as such a wonderful person. Please take it. And he just spits it at us. But, what's this bag? Well, this is another equipment upgrade, funnily enough. Yeah, we're getting 2 at once. We're just that badass. You got a Deku Seed bullet bag that can hold up to 40 slingshot bullets. So we've increased our slingshot ammo from 30 to 40. And if that wasn't enough, we're now going to go grab a collectible, because we can. But for this, you need an ocarina, so you can't do this before you enter the Deku Tree. Well, actually, you can't do any of this until you enter the Deku Tree, because you need the slingshot for it. So, what do I know? You could possibly get the Deku Stick upgrade beforehand, if you go grinding for money, but, yeah. This could take a little bit of a while. Basically, you got to follow along with their song, and if you do it 3 times in a row, you get the collectible. And you got to do it in their tune as well. You got a metronome as well to keep yourself in the timing, so keep that in mind. No, what? Oh, yeah. Wasn't paying attention. That's my fault. Derp. Can't believe I messed up on the bloody first one. And you won't believe what the payoff is. Right. Down, left, down. I think I pressed down with the bottom of my thumb when I tried to press the right button with the top of my thumb. Down, left, down, up. Surprisingly, the input lag isn't as terrible today than what it was last video. Right. That was only the easy one. I can't believe I messed up, but whatever. Guess what you get for that? You get a whopping... well, a whopping rupee. Yeah, kind of shit, but it'll get better, so I want to play again. They're Skull Kids, why would they have money anyway? So, obviously it's loose change that they just gave us. Well, that's basic. If I messed that up, that would have been just awful. Sorry if I'm being quiet, there's not really much to talk about here. And I'm not going to speed up. Not only that, but I've got to concentrate. I almost pressed A then. But anyway, there we go. And it gets harder every time, and it's also random. It's never the same, I don't believe. Maybe there are set sequences, but it chooses one at random and you have to play it. So now we've got 5 rupees, which is a little bit better considering that our wallet is so tiny. That's actually worth it. But if we play it one more time and get it right, don't worry if you do lose one during your runs. You've only got to do it the 3rd time. But if you turn off the game, I don't know how it affects it. So you want to do all 3 in one run. But you can fail in between, I believe. So this is going to be the hardest one now. It's about 7 notes long, so... suspense in silence. The key is to remember it in sections. I memorised the first 3, then the last bunch all at once. Like that. Oh, what? There's another... oh, yeah, there's another note. Derp. Okay, it's up again. That should be fine. I pressed C down when I press A at the same time. That's what I get for having massive thumbs. You know what? I'm going to cut this one out. You don't need to see me do that again. That was pretty much it. Derp. That's kind of ironic of what the first 3 notes are here. You'll see why later on in this video. That's pretty funny. And then the last bit is like Zelda's lullaby. They just handed that one to me. I guess it's going to stay in after all. And it ends with an A. Can it get any more easier? I say that, watch me fail. The problem is you want to press the buttons quickly so you don't forget the notes, but you have to do it in the metronome, otherwise they'll get angry and it will count as a failure anyway. So the annoying thing is you got to do it with timing in the metronome. But anyway, we got our first piece of heart the entire game, guys. Congratulations. Only 3 more to go for another heart container. And they just disappear. If you want another 1 rupee, 5 rupee, 5 rupee, you can do it again, I guess. But what's the point in that? Actually, no. I think it's going to be 1 rupee, 5 rupee recovery heart. Now I think about it, but then again I've never done it again, because it's no point. And the reason why I wasn't going to be talking about the music is because of this. Hey, over here, Hoot Hoot. Scatlink, good to see you again. Listen to this, Hoot Hoot. After going through the lost woods, you will come upon the sacred forest Meadow. That's the sacred place where few people have ever walked. Shh, shh. What's that? I can hear a mysterious tune. Yeah, it's your theme playing right now, and I'm sick of it. You should listen for that tune too. No, I do not want you to say what you just said again. You are courageous. You will make it through the forest just fine. Just follow your ears and listen to the sounds coming from the forest. Hoot hoot. Yeah, he's pretty much just talking about that. You're going the right way when the music is actually playing, but if you just get the backbeat, you're going the wrong way. And if you go the wrong way, you're going to go back to, well, unless it's a special door like this, then you're going to go back to Kokiri Forest. Could have explained that myself, but that was unskippable. I was mashing B. And that's why the text, that's what I hate about the text going so slow, because you end up want to mash B to speed it up, and then you might skip the whole entire dialogue, so that's kind of meh. But on this bit, if you actually go this way, you actually enter this one little special area with 2 deco scrubs, a grotto, I believe, which we can't do anything with yet, and gold Skulltilla that appears at night that we can't get, so remember that for quite later on, I guess. Anyway, I want to go this way into this dead end, which isn't actually a dead end. Ooh, the Sacred Forest Meadow. What kind of wonders are here? It's not any wonders. It's a frickin' Wolfos. And if I can just target the bloody thing. You gotta face it so the yellow arrow is above it, so that's when Z or L targeting works. I've noticed that some people, when they're playing this game, get annoyed with that, because obviously this is like the first instance that Z targeting was introduced, and it does work, it's just a little clunky, but that's the reason why. You have to actually have the arrow pointing over the enemy so you can lock onto it. Draw close to you and watch its movements carefully, attack it when it drops a guard. Basically, you just want to block until it swipes, then stab it. It's pretty simple. He does do quite a lot of damage, I believe a heart damage, so obviously don't get too careless. If you're feeling really daring, try and stab him before he even swipes. Like that. And if you're having trouble, I guess you can use a deco stick, which I didn't, because I'm pro. I'm pro. So now we're going through a bloody hedge, mate. Excuse me, what the hell happened to the Z targeting on that bit? It, like, changed the actual angle when I got hit. Random. So weird. So yeah, these are mad scrubs. They're pretty much like the... Caught you out. If you go too close, of course they're going to hide, but apparently he shot when I was too close and he just didn't move quick enough, so I just thought, stab him. But anyway, they're mad scrubs. They're pretty much like the green scrubs that we were fighting in the deco tree. Not the business scrubs, but the ones in the deco tree that gave us tips. And were a traitor to their queen, Goma, which is not even the same species. I know. Very weird. But yeah, these things, when they get hit, they run away like crazy, but this time you have to kill them, and they will not give you any tips, but they will give you tips in terms of money. Heh. Of course, I had to make that joke. So yeah, this ain't really a bad maze, it's just a little annoying at times, because they can catch you out on corners, and if you climb up this ladder, which is like a shortcut to get out, you're no longer in overhead view. There was a grotto down here, which, you know what, I will show off. Hey, I did it. Normally, I can't make the jump into the grotto, but yeah, this is a fairy fountain. If you have any bottles, you can store an extra life. They recover all your hearts in this game, so very generous. Instead of like the usual 7 or 3 or now recent 5, which is stupid because that's not really an extra life. It's like, oh, we're gonna give you one last chance to get the hell out of there, so you can actually go get yourself a bloody potion. Because we want you to use money. But I'm not going to be using fairies because I do not die at all in this game. Unless it's the Uber challenge, but you're not allowed to use any potions or fairies in bottles during the Uber challenge. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So where's this music coming from? It's always playing, but this time it's different because it only got louder when we were following it. Well, let's see why that is. And surprisingly, this episode's gone pretty long, so I was going to cut out my failure on oh, what's it? I've lost my trail of thought. Whatever, cutscenes. I've been waiting for you, Scatlink. So that whole running away in fear of crying in front of your girlfriend, quote-unquote, was completely pointless. It was another pointless moment. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the Ocarina here, you can talk with the spirits in the forest. No, you can't. Would you like to play the Ocarina with me? Well, the reason why we were told to go here by Navi is because of this, so we want to say yes. If not, you've just wasted your time. Okay, try to follow along with the melody I will play. Don't worry, it'll be written down for you. See what I mean? The first part of that final song, well, on my second try, was the first half of SARIA'S song. That's ridiculous. The first half of, well, half of SARIA'S song, half of Zelda's Lullaby with A-bit presses in between. They literally just handed out to me that piece of art. Great, great. Please, don't forget this song. Do you promise? We actually need this song to progress, but after you use it the one time for the plot, it's really not needed to be used anymore. But I will show it off at certain stages just because, you know, plot. It just ties it together a little bit more. You have learned SARIA'S Ocarina number. Because songs can be numbers, that's why they call it a song number. You've learned SARIA'S song. So basically, if we just go over here and just play it, this is pretty much the main use of the song, which is kind of useless considering that you already have Navi. Do you know why? Because if you talk to Saria, she'll just give you either a tip or will just chit-chat with you. This is Saria, can you hear me? I don't mind talking to you using the Ocarina's magic, but I'd really like to talk to you face to face. And the case just fell off of my rumble pack. As in like the battery pack thing. But yeah, we don't want to talk to Saria again. That's pretty much a Kokiri Forest right there. But if we play it again, and Navi is not hassling you, and for some bizarre reason you actually want Navi to give you a hint when she isn't, which could have happened earlier on in this episode, but before I started recording, but it didn't happen. If you say no, it says, really then, do you want to talk to me? Yes. Emperor said that the spiritual stones of fire is somewhere on Death Mountain. So that's where our next clue is. So, Saria wasn't really helpful because she just gave us the song, but Navi's giving us a tip. And that's where we must go. These aren't going to respawn because I killed them all in cold blood. But, wait, what? Okay, that was weird. I heard a rustle from this cold kid. Oh, maybe it's from this maze, I don't know. But anyway, we want to get out of this area. If you really want to just speedrun a little, you can do a save and quit. So you can start back at your house, but what I'm going to do is... Why did you not jump? Never had that happen before in mid-roll. See, it didn't happen that time. Not that time. So why did I just come to a complete stop and hang off the edge? Ugh. 64 controllers, I blame the analog stick. But anyway, this is what I was telling you to skip if you didn't want to know about it. It's pretty much going to tell you, you can memorize songs like this. We already learnt a song before you told us this? Just now, for example? Did you learn Ocarina's song from Saria? That melody seems to have some mysterious power. There may be some other mysterious songs like this that you can learn in Hyrule. What, you mean like Zelda's Lullaby? Joy? If you hold the Ocarina with C where a melody is necessary, a musical staff will appear. Well, that is actually a little bit helpful, because we haven't actually encountered that. It's pretty much the music staff that appears after you play a song, but if it's there before you play a song, then obviously a song is required to progress, or activate something. I recommend that you play a song you know, because if you play a song that you don't know, but you know it's in the game, it won't register unless you actually have the song. And yeah, you can just stop hooing, so I can get back to going. I was trying to think of a good rhyme, but it didn't exactly work. Yes, queer status subscreen. I don't care. You've wasted my entire episode on this. I said that we had a lot because I was going to go to Kokiri Village, but I don't think I'm going to make it now in this episode, to be perfectly honest, so that'll probably be saved for the next episode. Sorry. Tutorials. Not my fault. Even though this game is lenient in its tutorials, unlike Twilight Princess, we have like I had a whole 10 episodes doing that, because, you know, time! So, in the next episode, guys, I might as well keep this short, because I might as well meet you at Kokiri Village when we need to, because if I save and quit, I'm just going to start back here anyway. We will head over to Kokiri Village and see what we can do. See you guys then.